Hi, friends. This is your pal Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we are going to specifically talk about how Dungeons and Dragons, now combined with Stranger Things, has created something that is inaccessible to me, which is pretty unusual, and I think it's probably inaccessible to most of you as well. And I just think it's kind of interesting. I'm not angry about it. I'm not, I am a little disappointed. I don't think Dungeons and Dragons made the wrong choice. I think it's good that this exists, but it is a new height, right? And I'm very interested in the reach and scope of Dungeons and Dragons. One thing, I get in a lot of trouble with a lot of people because I believe that the reach and scope of Dungeons and Dragons is much, much farther than most people believe. Most people, oh, Scott, Dungeons and Dragons, just a silly little game. It means nothing. Oh, let's forget the fact that it's now a centimeter away from one of the richest men in the world, and let's forget the fact that there are now Hollywood blockbusters. Let's forget the fact that maybe Hollywood's entire future is connected to Dungeons and Dragons now. Let's forget the fact that Dungeons and Dragons mints probably the most more Hollywood stars today than any other intellectual property in the world. Let's forget that literally no casting is done in America now for Hollywood projects without looking at Dungeons and Dragons slate. It's incredible. Like it's just and but let me stay focused. All right, let's get right to it. Okay. Today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, Stranger Things, The First Shadow, which is a Broadway play. A Broadway play. Is that incredible? So there is now a Dungeons and Dragons play. So Dungeons and Dragons is an incredible intellectual property. It has done more to distance itself from other intellectual properties than any other. It really is a unique intellectual property. There's nothing like it in the world, and the places it goes are truly shocking. So there is now a Broadway play that contains Dungeons and Dragons. So it's a Stranger Things play. It's called The First Shadow. To my knowledge, it's a prequel of the facility that Eleven was kept in, right? But it's there, it's important, and literally, tens of thousands, if not over 100,000 people have seen this so far, and it's real, right? And Dungeons and Dragons is right in the center of it because everything connected to Stranger Things is marinated in Dungeons and Dragons, right? So I thought this was really fascinating. But also, I did want to take a minute to say, I'm never going to get to see this, right? And you're like, wait, Scott, you could go get to see this. Actually, no, I'm not going to ever be able to get to see this. And the reason why is the play Hamilton. I was extremely excited about Hamilton. I literally have a political science degree, and I love American politics. I love American history. So I got extremely excited about Hamilton. And I was like, oh great, I'd love, hey, I said to the people I love, let's go see this. And we looked it up, and it was going to be $1,200 for me to go see this with the people I cared about, right? And and that's a lot of money, too much money, right? And I was like, oh, I can't do that. Well, Scott, you can go by yourself. You know what's interesting? I do a lot of things by myself. I go to the movies by myself. And then I also build Legos by myself. One nice thing is Dungeons and Dragons is one of the things that I really share with others. And so, and I don't, and I have a strong stance again. Well, I don't believe that there is no such thing as solo D&D. That is not a thing. Right. There are people who solo other TTRPGs. Well, I think it's fine. You can solo other TTRPGs. Don't do it with Dungeons and Dragons. That's disgusting. So yeah, but this is, and here's the thing: the people I care about, they love Broadway, and if I ever went to see any Broadway play, I would need to go with them, right? But it's hundreds of dollars. And frankly, I literally don't have that much money. I don't have enough money to go see this with people. And so I have never seen Hamilton, and it's really painful. It's even come to my city. Even when it came to my city, I still couldn't see it, which reduced the cost of travel because, Broadway is in New York. And so it was really tough. This was really pretty brutal overall. But Hamilton taught me that I'm too poor for Broadway. I cannot see Broadway plays. Even when they come to my own city, I still don't have enough, right? Which is pretty astonishing because I'm not poor, right? Like, I'm not poor. I'm not rich, but I'm not poor. I'm literally middle class, right? And it's a little bit sad. And so this is salt in the wound. I really wish that I could see this, and I really would like to see this Dungeons and Dragons play, but I never will because I'm just too poor to see this Dungeons and Dragons play, which is very sad. But I also am like, it's okay. I realize Dungeons and Dragons needs the freedom to continue this unmitigated expansion everywhere possible. And I benefit from that in other ways. I am sad that I'm too poor to see this. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion. The important thing is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider liking and subscribing and have a fetch millennium.